Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm doing a review, or another Doctor Who action figure review, of the Sontaran slash 4th Doctor Sontaran box set, or whatever you want to call it. In so much as you've got two characters from the 4th Doctor story, the third story I want to say in season 12, third story in season 12, Sontaran Experiment, I think anyway. I could be wrong with the Harry Sullivan, but I definitely know that Sontaran's from Sontaran Experiment, whereas that Sontaran's from the Third Doctor, Third Doctor story, The Time Warrior. So this time around we've got even more Sontarans, and so it's a good time to be a Doctor Who action figure Sontaran fan, I guess, or Doctor Who figure fan who likes the Sontarans. I guess in that respect we've only got the Invasion of Time Sontarans to get, I think, unless we have already got those ones. I can't remember if we do or not, if they ever released them. I feel like they may have released one of those with one variant of Leela, like a 2-pack quite a few years back. But yeah, I mean, they have Steyr, Field Mages Steyr and Commander Lynx were both released alongside their spaceships. I have Commander Lynx, and if you watch my Two Doctors review, you'll have seen that figure in that one. I couldn't be bothered getting that figure out again for comparisons. But basically, so I have, as I say, got that one. So whereas I never did get Field Major Steyr, so I'm really happy that I have that one. And then obviously no one could have anticipated that we'd get Harry Sullivan is an imbecile. Harry Sullivan, the one and only. So in that respect, in terms of the companions, we only really need Sarah Jane really from season 12, which hopefully is going to happen at some point. Like you could have her in a yellow like raincoat jacket thing that she wears in like the likes of Sontaran Experiment and or somewhat of Genesis of Daleks, I think, and that. But yeah, I'm gonna go through one of the figures first. Probably Harry Sullivan, because he's the newest and most interesting of the figures, I guess. So yeah, I mean the main thing is that he's using the body of the 4th Doctor from Genesis of Daleks, like that coat. And the coat isn't 100% screen accurate, but you know what, it works really well. And as I say, I'm like 90% sure that it's from Sontaran Experiment, and that I could be wrong. But then, yeah, the weird thing is though, when I got the figure, the blue of the like jacket of the coat is kind of like glued onto the yellowy, mustardy coat, or big long coat, and that, which is a bit odd. And then you've just got this sort of blue shirt instead of like a white shirt, which is nice, and then it's opened up at the top. Then you've got these sort of glossy black brogues, and head sculpt wise you've got those iconic 70s sideburns, and yeah, it just looks awesome. It looks like Ian Marter from the show from that season 12. The hair is this nice sort of curly hair with this sort of light wash over it. And that, articulation wise, is the standard sort of humanoid sort of character options figure. The arms go out at the elbows, and then the hands do full 360. And that, I mean, this hand's even sculpted to like hold the sonic screwdriver, which I think is kind of funny. And then yeah, the head does do, I think, well, it might just be limited by the coat and that it might just do, sort of left to right, but which is sufficient enough, I guess. On my one, well, I'm not sure if these lines on the sides of the coat are meant to be there, but they are anyway. So that might just be because the other one might have had pockets. I can't remember now, but overall, it's a fantastic figure, considering that obviously it's like a new head sculpt and a new figure that no one anticipated, as I said before. And it just adds to the sort of awesomeness that is now come of the sort of season 12 sort of action figure line almost, and yeah, very iconic series and or season of the classic series, and brilliant to have another figure to add to that sort of era of the show. So yeah, put Harry there. The other character from Sontaran Experiment we have Field Major Steyer, and that who I'm not 100% sure if in the story he had all this sort of like more like armor at the lower sort of leg and or knee, feet, knees, head, shoulders, knees and toes, and that. But it's nice enough. It sort of makes him stand out a bit more than the standard sort of Sontaran, I guess. You've got the communicator thing, which is very similar to previous ones. I mean, instead of just being black and then silver, it's silver and black and then red with a few different bits and pieces. But yeah, I mean, he's not as sort of burnt, crispy sort of colour like the original Lynx figure, but he's not like proper ghost like that one. He's this sort of beigey colour, and I unfortunately don't have the original figure, so I can't really compare. But I think from photos I've seen of the other Commander Lynx, or Field Major Lynx, it looks very similar. And then you've got the Probic Vent, and head sculpt, Potato Man. And then you've got, you know, your standard T-crotch joint and arms that go full 360, and unfortunately don't really go off to the sides or anything major. But yeah, unfortunately, accessory wise, the helmets are quite difficult to put onto the Sontarans, or at least these two. The other one from the Two Doctors didn't seem to be too difficult, but yeah, same sort of deal. You know, you've got the sort of big sort of band thing there, and then meshed eyes and that. You've also got the infamous gun with the sort of ping pong ball on the end, which is just red, black and blue with a bit of the silver cylindrical thing on the sort of side of the blue bit, which doesn't seem to fit into his hand very easily, for me at least, but I can always try and do it later, as I do want to display him with the other Doctor Who action figures I have in my collection thus far, that are on display at least. But yeah, I really like him actually. Yeah, it looks fairly pretty screen accurate from what I remember of Sontaran Experiment. It's been a while since I've seen that episode, but yeah. Although I keep seeming to say that about a lot of the classic Who episodes, which isn't great. But moving on to the last action figure in the 3-pack, we have Commander Lynx. And yeah, he has black boots with silver sort of knee pads, as opposed to just the sort of silver and the silver knee pads. And then he has the sort of wand weapon that he had in the episode, and it does fit pretty easily into his hand. And that you've got that sort of iconic 3-fingered hand hands as well. And as I said before, briefly a minute ago, he does come across like a lot more like he's seen a ghost, and that is this sort of pale grey old man Lynx almost. Yeah, like with grey beard, grey eyebrows, and just generally this sort of older, wearier sort of potato head. The Probic Vent's always there, key feature of their character, of course. And then, as I said before, you've got this sort of communicator, which isn't black. It's, well, yeah, it is black actually, and then silver, black, and then little yellow circles with red and whatnot. And then, yeah, the wand is just simply got a bit of gold, silver, and then just a bit of a black hilt, as it were, and that as a weapon. And then you've also got the helmet as well, which has similar design as the previous one, although this one's a lot more brighter silver as opposed to that one that seems to be a bit more weathered looking. And then, yeah, you've got the sort of dotted pattern at the top above the eyes. The eyes are a bit more closer together, I guess, or not closer together, but a bit more slit, I guess. It's the only way I can sort of describe it, as opposed to the sort of bigger eyes there. But you've still got that sort of iconic sort of mesh look for the eyes, and that, like, they are these weird sort of futuristic knights and that. But yeah, I think this is a great set for anyone who's a big Fourth Doctor fan, or sort of season 12 in particular sort of fan of that era of the Fourth Doctor, as well as obviously a Sontaran fan. If you're huge into your Sontarans and building that Sontaran army, then obviously buying these sets, or this set in particular would be a no-brainer. I think I'd give this set actually a well-earned sort of, I want to say maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10. I'm not sure. I'm torn between a 7 or an 8, because obviously we do get the brand new Harry Sullivan, which again no one would have guessed. For me personally, I'm getting a new Sontaran that I've never got before, but then I am getting Commander Lynx, who I already have. But then again, I'm not complaining too much, because again, the Sontarans are an army race, so I'm totally fine with duplicates of the Sontarans to add to the, you know, platoon, whatever, upon the moon, whatever you want to say. But yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe.